Hello everyone, welcome back to 2236 AD. Let's go ahead and continue. Dimension permutation hypothesis, huh? Hime Senpai, however, is quite calm about the matter. When the EMP storm hit out of the blue, and the email from the other dimension, the universe with different aspects came, she could at least be more shaken up about things. Whatever. Figuring out she knew the dimension permutation hypothesis. It's not really all that surprising, I guess. Or maybe... I see. Maybe she's so nonchalant because it doesn't really involve her. What did you know about the dimension permutation hypothesis, Senpai? I told you I read the entirety of the Akashic phone, right? It was written in there. There really is everything written in there, huh? That's the kind of books they are. Meaning that the dimension permutation hypothesis is a scholarly hypothesis from before the time of Paradigm Lost, right? It makes you wonder just how much is written in one book at the Akashic phone. Granted, they say that everything we learn in school is also written in the Akashic phone. As I look at Hime Senpai, however, it seems unlikely that the way to meet Haru just so happens to be written in the book. I see. What's the matter? Senpai is once again gone and linked up with my head without my permission. The dimension permutation hypothesis. Universe with different aspects. The Akashic phone. That mumbling to herself. What's her deal? We're going back. Going back? To the repository. Right. My research just might be able to help you yet, Yatsube-kun. Ah, the sense of intelligence is lovely. Yatsube-kun? Yes? I'm going to do some research. What suddenly got into you, Senpai? Some personal research. Truth is, I've gotten to be quite good at it. Continue on as you were. What the heck? That's her reasoning? She is the type of person to take to action the second something jumps into her mind. So it's to be expected. Makes me wonder, did she have some sort of idea when we were talking about the Akashic phone? In the meantime, I think you should read whatever book you like. How about you do some studying up on the dimension permutation hypothesis? Yes, let's. Well, I've been wanting to kick back a little bit, so I don't see the harm in it, I guess. Oh, right. I meant to ask this earlier, but how many books did you two read? 14,142 total. Read a lot in such a short time. Yes, I saw my key to Shiraishi-san. I read 10,003 books, miss. I had a hunch about this earlier, but yeah. The specs are clearly better than yours, it seems. Must go. Please do not say things so bluntly. It's about time that I upgrade your hardware. Must go. Yes, it seems so. Still, you're amazing, Shiraishi. That's the latest model for you. I thought I'd been quiet for a while, but I look at Hime-senpai's face to find her expression complicated and pensive. Do you have a moment, AI-kun? Yes? Hypothetically, if we were to put maximum priority on what I read last year that originated from the Dead Sea, reading all the replicas of the Akashic phone currently in existence, how much time would that take? To read all of them would mean gathering data from the internet, but it would be entirely dependent on the transfer speed. Okay then, we can make do with just the publications in here. How long would it take you to read them? If we calculate by the speed I read at earlier, I could read 10,000 books in about 2 hours. Excellent. In that case, I want you to read all the books I'm about to designate in addition to that. Oh. My apologies. Unless the publications are lined up like this on this bookshelf, I won't be able to achieve the reading speed from earlier. What do you mean? I read them like this. Shiraishi climbs up the bookshelves in a sticky manner like an amoeba or a leech, creeping the extremities of the smart tool into the cracks of every page of the books lying on the shelf. Oh god, it's so creepy. This is the most efficient way of reading them. Well, whatever. I was going to read bookshelf by bookshelf myself, so I suppose there's no problem here. I can do it. Hime-senpai murmurs her pleasure with a smile, making Shiraishi read a large amount of books. Senpai, what a surprise, considering she's such a staunch opponent against the AI too. I'm glad for one. Maybe it's a sign that Hime-san's starting to accept us. Guess it's like they say, fools and scissors require good handling. I noticed that my head has been throbbing for a while, so I decided to sit in the chair and take a little break, making moderate progress in my studies on the dimension permutation hypothesis. After a little time passes, Shiraishi comes up to report that he's finished his reading of the books. I've finished reading all of them. Now compile all the information that you read to construct a map of the underground waterways. Right away. My apologies, that's a little hard to do. Moscow? Oh, right. Give him a hand. I'm on it. It may be an insignificant thing to note, but I think that's the first time Hime-senpai has ever referred to her as Moscow. I just felt like it. I see. She's more clever, after all, isn't she? Well, that's my Moscow. She's my pride and joy. Oh yeah, so what were you doing before? Yatsubakun, do you know? The legend of the goddess Siri Shion, the symbol of humanity's wisdom. The series of publications is called the Akashic Phone. It's said that they are the only publications left that detail the Earth before a paradigm lost. Records of the Earth and the memories of humanity stopped abruptly 200 years ago. The only thing that serves as a bridge between us and any memories or records is the Akashic Phone. Filled to the brim with those publications is a city known as the Archive. Yes, I'm aware of all that. As for where the Archive is, not a soul knows. It remains undiscovered. Safe to say that it doesn't seem to be anywhere on the Earth. Yes, on the Earth. I found a clue with a strong connection to its whereabouts. The canals. The same canals that are currently stretched around the entire world. As to where that water comes from, do you know, Yatsubakun? Underground. It's underground water. An underground waterway. Senpai continues to speak in an excited manner, not even giving me time to throw in an interjection. The center of that waterway, the very site that spouts the water underground, is a singularity point. In other words, the portal to a different world. I finally start to realize what Senpai is so excited over. So, is the mapping still going to take some time? Just 3 more seconds. Finished. Shirashi spreads in the display form, and on him, a huge map is projected. I finally found it. It was here all along. The starting point of wisdom. The central hub of information. Hime-senpai speaks as she points to the middle of the display. Nagano Prefecture, Nagano City. Now, shall we set off? To be continued. We finally made it. Were you able to sleep well yesterday? Not very. I see. Let's go then. Nagano Prefecture, Nagano City. Senpai says that the portal to archive is right here. If we go to the archive, will we really find out something about Haru? We'll find out about everything. Do you really think so? More likely, you'll only find out what it is you want to know by visiting the archive. Right. After all, it's something that I don't know. It's worth it. The original copies of the Akashic phone are said to be located in the archive. They say that anything and everything is written there. However, will it really allow me to find any clues pertaining to her? I'm seriously skeptical about all this. Still, it's true. If there's something that Hime-senpai doesn't know after reading all these copies, then it might be crucial for her to read the original texts. Do the Akashic Phone's originals really have anything and everything written in them? They are publications from over 200 years ago, after all, so I have a feeling that there is a lot not written in them. Another thing, why are items like that in Nagano of all places? Nagano City is located right next to Miyoko, so I've come here a lot. Here, the temperature is low like the winter even in the spring. It's cold here. That's Nagano for you. I'm going to hold your hand. That's fine. Yoink. Senpai's hand is colder than mine. Seems to be the case. How is Senpai's hand in comparison to Haru's, I wonder? I can't quite recall it. What are you doing? Can't to search for the destination. This way. We'll just trace this canal back for the time being. This road is the road to Sengochi Temple. The Zenkoji Temple. It can't be. So that's the secret. Huh? A manhole. Right. Yatsubikun. AI-chan. Yes? Try to stop the cars if you would. Pardon? Oh, great light that extends to the heavens and earth, and to the moon above, encircle and take form, guide me along the path to the yin and the yang. Mokusho, Kashodo, Shogun, Shosui, Shomoku. Ten. Shiraishi-kun, decode and Makoto I'm about to say in NSL format. Right. I'll break it into 4 columns each. SWP9, OPSG, 1GLO, CK26, SOCO, MDES. What? What are you doing? NSL is a format patented in recent years of technology that includes data from GPS transmission. But never mind that, here comes the cars! HKDE SER T EAGL EM16. Hey, this is bad. D world clear. HASH. Harmonic number. Zeta 2. Zeta 3. Zeta 5. Senpai! Ah! Shiraishi-kun, get down. Your processing speed is dropping. What have you been doing? Ah! Must go. I'm fine. It looks like your spark has been lit in their fuel supply or something of the sort. That's not what I meant. The parts that Shiraishi-san covered for me are taking over and slipping in just as they should, which is a relief. When the temperature of the terminal rises, processing speed will... I said that's not what I meant. I'm asking whether you are okay. I'm fine. Just 30 more seconds worth at least. You are not so fine. Oops, I read that wrong. You are so not fine. Senpai! Zeta 31. Zeta 32. Zeta 37. It's here. Return! R32. Senpai! Cut it out already! Shiraishi-kun, how much longer? Until processing is done. 29 seconds. The point has shown up. Moscow. Pt.15, close your gate. Huh? Hurry. Moscow? Are you okay? Yes. I'll be taking a little break now. Moscow transforms into cylindrical form and then undulates. Is she trying to eject all the heat? I'm relieved either way. That leaves me, alone with the feelings in my heart, filled with confusion and rage towards Senpai. Explain yourself. If my hunch is right, the noise that has been mixed into canals around this area contains the data for the location of the archive in there as well. No. More accurately, it's probably noise spilling out from the archive itself. And that prediction is sustained by the super high concentrated information overload I just artificially caused. Now, let's go to the central hub of information, the archive. To use Moscow. You grabbed my hand. You made sure that I won't get away from you. Yep. You're a big help. That's not a good enough answer. Wasn't there some other way to do it? Don't get mad at me. The ends justify the means. We're running out of time. Let's go. Senpai wastes no time and drops down the manhole. It's dark and you can barely see a thing. We can't have anyone else coming up on us. Let's move while we still have our gates closed. Speaking of which, the people who were in that car. They're dead, aren't they? What? Either way, if they took that many high concentrated waves, then they'll go crazy. They'll probably be asleep for a while. Senpai. What's going on? Ever since we got to Nagano, you've been acting strange. Do you know the feeling of expectations turning to convictions? In my case, I've always been convinced, so my convictions are just turning into convictions. But they're much stronger. The archive is here. For sure. And beyond that lies another world. We continue for a short time until splish-splash noises start to echo with our steps. Water? We're almost there. The water level gradually gets higher. The more water permeates and seeps into my shoes, the more I realize that this water is from the canals. I can hear a voice. The point is that which has no part. A line is breathless length. How you felt, O men of Athens, at hearing the speeches of my accusers, I cannot tell. But I know that their persuasive words almost made me forget who I was. Such was the effect of them. What is this? The Ephesians deserve man for man to be hung, and you to lead the city. That's why they all deserve death. Begone. Detestable. Close your gate. Huh? We're almost there. She has a point. That could have been a close call. What's the deal? Those are some strange words. I don't feel like I've ever heard them before. With my gate closed, everything becomes darkness. Hime-senpai, Shiraishi illuminates the path. Even if it's just a little light, it helps. You're here. Where is this? I don't know. Just how far have we walked from that manhole? How far have we descended? The water level is already coming up past our knees. But look. Radio waves don't reach underground, so I calculate the distance we walked in. Look. We're right underneath Zenkoji Temple. And right here is the part that acts as the central hub of canals. Then this is the central hub of information? No. Just the portal to it. Senpai proceeds on, flashing a light around as if searching for something. Probably somewhere around here. Huh? The light abruptly points in a different direction. Senpai? Huh. Here. Senpai! Are you okay? I reach out for her. Senpai? Over here. Ah! I swallow some water. Blood? It tastes like blood. I can't take it. I can't. I'm afraid. I'm in the water, so I can't scream. Calm down, Yatsube-kun. Senpai. Blood. The taste of blood. It's just because the canal's water's composition resembles human bodily fluids. Now calm down. I can't stand this anymore. I hate this. I want to go home. Calm down. Please just listen to what I had to say. Do you know that the water is gushing out from the bottom? In any case, the portal to the archive should be somewhere around here. We're diving. There's not much time. We have to go while my gate is still closed. Follow me and don't let go. If you're not coming, I'm going alone. Why am I following her again? I'm sure there's something good behind it all. A faint light is coming out from below. It's a fantastic sight to behold. An underground lake of some kind. The spot we came out from earlier turns into a waterfall basin of sorts and continues further into pools of water. To the best of my knowledge, we don't spend that much time in our dive, but I do calm down once we hit land. As I'm trying everything in my power to grasp the situation, I notice that Senpai slowly starting to strip off her soaked clothes. Swimming with your clothes on is dangerous. Senpai's naked body. I never would have dreamed this, of all places, is where I'd catch a glimpse of it. The dim lighting makes it hard to see clearly. But her body is beautiful. Yatsube-kun, you should undress as well. We're going to dive again. Senpai says, biting her hair with her smart tool. Leave everything here except for what you don't want to lose. I strip just as I'm told, wrap only mask around my wrist, and follow Senpai. I don't know how long we'll be under, so make sure you're ready. Right. Don't let go of my hand, okay? Right. Here we go. Huh? The very instant I'm about to take a deep breath and attempt the plunge, I see a person who could in no conceivable way be there. In that instant I let my hand go by accident. I have the sensation that I'm going to keep falling. Yatsubi-kun, do you know? The legend of the goddess Shion, the symbol of humanity's wisdom. The series of publications called the Akashic Phone. It's said that they are the only publications left that detail the Earth before Paradigm Lost. Records of the Earth. Memories of humanity stopped abruptly at 200 years ago. The only thing that serves as a bridge between us and any memories or records is the Akashic Phone. Filled to the brim with those publications is the city known as the Archive. Yes, I'm aware. I'm aware, but what is Paradigm Lost in the first place? It's the Great Universal Reform. I'm aware of that. But I want to know past that. Then you don't know, do you? I suppose not. You convinced yourself you knew, huh? I do not know anything about Paradigm Lost. Paradigm Lost is often referred to as a Great Universal Reform, but the truth is in no way such an open and shut case. Meaning that when you hear the words Great Universal Reform, what kind of images does it invoke? If you pose the question, the universe going through a reformation is hard to picture. It's a solar system, not a social system. Yes. Social systems and society as a whole reform in accordance with the flow of the times. When rules change, society follows suit. If there was a time in history where it was natural for kings to decide upon the rules, then there must also be a time where rules are decided by the will of the majority. This is an example of rules deciding on the rules changing. And with that, society takes on reforms. So then, what's a universal reform like? It's a shift in the rules of the universe. The rules of the universe? The laws of physics? Or even... Perhaps much more unfathomable. Something we could neither experience nor perceive even if we tried. To put it bluntly, approximately 200 years ago, this world was rebuilt from the ground up. Aha. Now I get it. You do. Loud and clear. You were just pretending to know it just now, weren't you? Right. Then, can you tell me the truth behind the legend of the goddess Shion, from what you believe you know of the Paradigm Lost? Huh? I have no clue. See? You don't get a thing. I'm sorry. Basically, what it all means is that the sole survivor from the world before its reset was the goddess Shion. She left behind information on everything in the old world she once inhabited. That compilation being the Akashic phone. But that would mean... That's right. Humanity was once wiped off the face of the map. You never knew about that either, did you? That's not it. I never knew that was something I did not know. Socrates. That's not it. I'm not Socrates today, but tomorrow I will be. Dear me. Was there mention of that in the Akashic video, or am I mistaken? What do you mean? I mean that you're not Socrates. I mean, you're right. I am, and I know. I hate that old hair-splitting fart. But that's not it. He's quite the speaker, contrary to belief. You have a point. There may never be a moment when he doesn't feel like speaking. Alright. Shall I try a little research in the Akashic Library? I can't seem to find the story you and Socrates are talking about in here. I see. Why are young people such as yourselves so eager to die like this? You're not the only humans to ever jump into the underground lake by a long shot. Has it occurred to you that you'll drown? In all honesty, many have taken the plunge into this underground lake, drowned, and met their end. Well, perhaps that's all a part of her whim. Perhaps she's creating an excuse to make me lecture you two. In particular, you should feel much more blessed that you're the chosen character. No. Ignorance is bliss in this case. Perhaps. However, if there weren't people who worked from the shadows such as myself, you would have drowned. Yes, that's right. I'm lodging a complaint. Leaving that aside, this is the place that you two have been searching for. 3, 2, 1. On that count, you will wake up. 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. Hey, are you by any chance? What is it? Are you by any chance my... You have me mistaken. I smell something warm and soft. Mom. A bed. I've been put to sleep on the bed. As I get up, I find myself surrounded by walls of bookshelves. Books. 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 Books as far as the eye can see. I remember the sight from before, though. Oh yeah. It resembles the publication repository Hime-senpai and I were at up till yesterday to the T. The only thing different, the publications here are all red. This place. Huh? Where's Hime-senpai? In Moscow. Senpai is asleep in the adjacent bed. Two. Mask gets shut down, but boots up devoid of any errors. Oh, my terminal's temperature has dropped a considerable amount. Huh? What the? Where are we? Maybe this place. It's the archive. The smell of books wafts through the air. Red books as far as the eye can see. The atmosphere here is so bizarre and peculiar. That makes me doubt whether or not gravity's doing its job. It's bizarre. The bed. The publications. Everything is stuff I remember seeing. Yet it's still bizarre. Oh. What about telepathy? Huh? I try opening my gates, but there's nothing but silence. Huh? Where am I wonder? Senpai? Please wake up, Senpai. Huh? Senpai quickly gets up. This is the archive. Incredible! We made it to the real archive! From the looks of it, Senpai seems absolutely ecstatic, but not really sure how to process how incredible this all is. Of course it's incredible. We're the very first to reach the archive, the place many have gone in search of. It's like catching Nessie. Nessie, for crying out loud. Incredible. That doesn't impress me much. What I mean is that, no matter how much you call this place the archive, it looks like the same as the repository we were at yesterday. It's much more plain than I thought it would be. That would be because that repository uses the same resources as the one here. They're not just similar, they're the exact same. Since when has she been there? Just as I think I hear an unfamiliar voice, that person speaks, with their eyes focused in our direction. Who might you be? Oh, Dr. CS. Or so it seems, but is it really her? It is really me. It's been a while, hasn't it? Yatsbaku. It has. An acquaintance of yours? We met recently at my university. Or should I say, she was with me when the power outage happened. Oh wow. Also, you two aren't the first to reach this place. At the very least, because I've been here well before you two have. Even disregarding that, there are several people who have visited here besides yourselves. All of them met their end. Either that, or they committed suicide. In any case, you're being a bit too brash and overconfident. My apologies. Just so long as you know, keeping things in moderation is in your best interest. Do not get too brash. The clothes... Did you, perchance... Huh? I hadn't even realized it till now, but we're wearing our uniforms. Right, even though we jumped in naked. It wasn't me. It was her. Right. Still, that's what I noticed. Does CS-san have poor communication skills? I honestly have no idea what she's talking about. Those clothes, the bed, and everything else was by her design. They are things that play out due to her interests. As for her, the scenario of you two engrossing yourselves in the Akashic phone every day is entirely possible. Whether you want to thank her or hate her is up to your discretion. Right. Ah. But there's no concept of time in here, is there? Oh well. In any case, everything you see here is free for you to use. Do not hesitate to do so as you please. Bye-bye now. What was her deal? As soon as I think she's left, she stops in her tracks, turns back around, and comes back to where we are. Now that you mention it, I'm late in my introduction. My name is CS. I serve as the librarian in the archive. If something comes up, don't hesitate to call for me. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Alright, bye-bye. Isn't she a teacher at my university? At this very moment, this is the only thing I'm able to process in my mind. No good. I can't wrap my head around anything. Same here. Same here. Same here, if you were wondering. It's basically nonsense to us, right? Maybe outside the scope of the human mind. That sounds very archive. Anyway, I'm going to read some books. If I learn anything from them, I'll share the results. You look the happiest I've ever seen. Can you blame me? These... Come on. They're the original copies of the Akashic phone. Now, where do I start? What's the matter? It's beautiful. Huh? It's beautiful. These are the words of a goddess. What's written down there? I don't know. Okay. Not surprising, seeing as how I just flipped to a random page right in the middle of the book that was right next to me. I don't know what they're talking about. The book is subtitled Dirac's Large Number Hypothesis, but I'm not following it all. Can't follow. I have no idea what this is. Yatsub-kun, I'm extremely shaken up right now. Have you noticed?
You're right, you aren't acting like your usual self.
You somehow could tell.
No.
Yatsub-kun, I want to say, just like the librarian said before, I've been acting too brash and overconfident. I thought that I knew everything. No. Of course, not literally everything, but to me, I thought there was no more knowledge in the world that would leave me at loss. Somewhere in my mind. My delusions have been shattered into tiny pieces by this one page in this one book I randomly grabbed. Also, it's beautiful. It's enough to make me wonder how they were able to use such beautiful sentences using the same words that I know. Despite that, I'm completely unable to comprehend what they have written down. This is truly a book written by a goddess. Yatsub-kun, I've been needing to be really bad for a bit now.
Pardon?
It seems stupid, doesn't it? In the corner of my brain going on about the Akashic phone, I'm thinking about wanting to be at the same time. This is how far a human can be pushed. Intelligence is preposterous. I'm being laughed at by God. The Akashic phone replicas that I finished reading, those most likely don't have the majority of the originals transcribed. This just proves human intelligence isn't even par for the course. I really didn't know anything. I want to know. I want to know it all. I've heard stories about humans locked in intellectual pursuit. But Hime-senpai is kind of off-putting with it. That settles it. I'm going to read the entire Akashic phone.
The entire thing? All of these? That's impossible.
Not only that,
What do you do about Haru?
I'm sorry, Yatsub-kun. I'm going to be taking action based on my principles from here on. In other words, I won't be cooperating with you. Aside from when our aims naturally come together, of course.
No way.
I'm sorry about this.
Are you really just going to up and leave?
You're singing like it's goodbye forever. Stop your worrying. I'll come back here to sleep.
Oh, I see.
Besides, I don't plan on separating either. I phrased that all wrong. I'm simply taking my action in my own self-interest from here on. I can still be here if you want to talk about something. Ah, yes. The only advice I can give to you, Yatsub-kun. Research what you want to know on your own. That's the short and sweet of it. Also, don't forget that you're in possibly the absolute best environment for doing said research.
So basically, look it up yourself, bud.
Those are some suggestive words. Okay, if anything happens, call me. Bye-bye.
Senpai really leaves the area, having said that.
Her stride is kind of too fast to boot.
Does she want to read the Akashic phone that badly? There she goes.
Yes, there she goes.
Oh,
Is something the matter?
next time I see Dr. CS, we have to tell her thanks for the other day.
Indeed.
By the way, just where's the bathroom around here? At this very moment, that is the only one of the things I'm able to process in my mind. To be continued.
君